With an expert from the company that sewed together the parachute by his side, Sylvester embarked on a journey that would showcase his unwavering courage and skill. This was not the work of movie magic or special effects, but a genuine display of human bravery as Sylvester hurtled down the slope, launched himself into the air, and relied on his parachute to bring him safely to the ground. All while cameras rolled to capture this incredible feat, the film crew held their collective breath, knowing that there would be no second takes. The successful execution of this stunt required a harmonious blend of timing, precision, and a bit of daring luck. As viewers watch this iconic scene, they're not just witnessing a character escaping danger. They're seeing a real moment of cinematic bravery, a testament to the lengths filmmakers will go to bring their visions to life. The ski jump in The Spy Who Loved Me is a masterclass in stunt work, a symphony of human skill and technological precision that continues to inspire and awe audiences to this day. The planning and execution of this stunt were a monumental challenge in themselves. The film crew had to wait for the perfect weather conditions, a window of opportunity when the skies were clear and the winds were favorable. Multiple cameras were positioned to ensure that every breathtaking second was recorded, capturing the raw emotion and intensity of the moment. The impact of this scene extends far beyond the realm of cinema, inspiring generations of stunt performers and filmmakers to push the boundaries of what's possible. It's a reminder that even in the most high-octane moments, there's always room for innovation, creativity, and a bit of daring luck. As we watch Rick Sylvester soar through the air, parachute deployed, we're witnessing a moment of cinematic history, a testament to the power of human courage and the enduring appeal of the James Bond franchise. The Spy Who Loved Me is considered Roger Moore's best Bond film and one of the very best in the Bond franchise. Number 10, The Godfather, Marlon Brando and the Unscripted Cat. The opening scene in The Godfather is iconic and epic. Creating epic movies involves a lot of moving parts, including the actors, music, production team, and other important pieces. Some of the best scenes are not scripted. From lines to props, the actors and directors depend on what feels right to be able to create the perfect scene. The Godfather was released in 1972. The iconic film involved the family dealings of the crime family based in 1945 New York. Vito Corleone is the head of the family, and all decisions are run by him before any action is taken. From new girlfriends to help with movie careers and investments, Vito controls it all. When he refuses to invest in a narcotics deal, the plot thickens. After an attempted assassination, Vito's son takes over the family business. After Vito's death, the new family head, Michael, plots the killing of the 5 family heads, and the War of the 5 Families begins. 10 years the wars lasted, causing political, financial, and legal repercussions. After many deaths, including Vito, the ending leaves families in pieces and some unanswered questions. In this iconic movie, Marlon Brando's Vito Corleone is unforgettable, partly due to an unplanned co-star, a stray cat. The opening scene of The Godfather contained one element that no one accounted for. This iconic opening scene, dark and brooding, is transformed by the spontaneous inclusion of the cat, which Brando found on set. As he strokes the animal, a subtle layer is added to his character. The cat's calmness contrasts with Vito's intimidating presence, symbolizing his dual nature, tender yet formidable. This unplanned element not only showcases Brando's adaptability, but also deepens Corleone's mystique. The cat becomes a metaphor for his unpredictable power, making this unscripted moment one of cinema's most memorable, illustrating how sometimes the most impactful scenes are those that are completely real and unplanned. After the success of The Godfather, the story continued with The Godfather 2, The Godfather 3, and a recut version of Mario Puzo's The Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. The franchise lived on with iconic lines and the conclusion of the epic crime story. Video games and a miniseries continued their fame and fortune and can be heard quoted by many still today. The stray cat, however, did not return for the sequels, as the death of the character Vito eliminated the need for the softness. Number 9, Pretty Woman. The jewelry box surprise scene, Now, one of the most famous romantic comedies of all time, Pretty Woman, directed by Gary Marshall, came out in 1990. It stars Julia Roberts in one of her most recognizable roles as Vivian Ward, the kind, good-natured Hollywood sex worker. When Vivian is hired by a wealthy businessman, Edward Lewis, to act as his girlfriend for the week, the two end up falling in love. Well, in this enchanting world, a moment of genuine spontaneity between Richard Gere and Julia Roberts not only captivated audiences, but also became one of the film's most endearing scenes. Set against the backdrop of a blossoming romance between a wealthy businessman and a spirited escort, the film navigates through layers of emotion and transformation. The jewelry box surprise scene, a testament to the film's authentic chemistry, was never scripted. It was a pure, unanticipated moment born from Richard Gere's improvisational genius. As Gere's character Edward presents a stunning necklace to Roberts' Vivian, he playfully snaps the box shut on her fingers. Roberts, caught off guard, bursts into a peal of heartfelt laughter. This reaction wasn't acted. It was a real response to an unexpected gesture. Director Gary Marshall recognized the magic in this candid interaction and wisely chose to retain it in the final cut. This choice paid off immensely, as the scene resonated with viewers worldwide, symbolizing the film's blend of humor, romance, and authenticity. The inclusion of this unplanned moment did more than just provide a laugh. It added a layer of charm and relatability to the film. Audiences were drawn to the authenticity of the characters' interactions, making the love story all the more believable and endearing. This iconic scene stands as a reminder of the beauty that can arise from spontaneity, serving as a memorable cinematic milestone that continues to delight and inspire viewers to embrace the unexpected twists in life's narrative. Marshall explained that Roberts, just 23 years old at the time of filming, would often show up to set pretty tired in the mornings after partying at night. Marshall continued, "I said, Richard, you gotta wake her up a little. So when she reaches for the box, slam it. It was a soft box. I would never hurt her." Marshall, with the editing team, then decided at the very last minute to include the laughing scene in the film, and it fits perfectly as a silly moment between the two love interests before the camera cuts to Edward putting the necklace on Vivian. Number 8, Barbie Ken's sublime scene. There are so many sublime lines of dialogue in the Barbie movie. However, the one that a lot of us can't stop thinking about, including Margot Robbie, is when Ryan Gosling's Ken aggressively yells the aforementioned sublime after Barbie tells him she wants to be his long-term distance, low-commitment, casual girlfriend. It turns out this moment of improv was actually the line that made the titular star laugh the most on set, and she gave a great reason why. If you look back at Barbie's reviews and reception, you'll see that Ryan Gosling's performance as Ken is one of the many hilarious highlights consistently mentioned. He really committed to the bit and embraced his Ken-ergy fully. So, as he played the character, he came up with hysterical bits of dialogue to throw in. Margot Robbie said she wasn't prepared for it on the day and started laughing. Looking back on filming the moment, Margot added, "I wasn't prepared for that. That wasn't in the script, and to this day, that makes me laugh." If you rewatch that scene, it's definitely going to crack you up every time. However, what can't be imagined is how much funnier it would have been to experience it live, and without the knowledge that it was coming. Number 7, Little Women. I Love You, Joe scene. It seems obvious now, after the 2018 success of autofiction Lady Bird, which earned 5 Oscar nominations, including the 5th nod for a woman for Best Director, that Greta Gerwig was the perfect match to write and direct Sony's latest movie adaptation of Louisa May Alcott's 19th century classic Little Women. But back in 2015, Gerwig was best known as a New York actress who starred in the giddy New York romantic comedy Frances Ha, which she wrote with partner Noah Baumbach. The newest film adaptation of this classic novel was released late in 2019. This movie is up for a handful of Academy Awards, including Best Picture. While this cast and crew is one that's pretty hard to ignore, this film was inspiring, stunning, and totally wholesome. For movie lovers, you might be interested to know everything that went into making this beautiful masterpiece. There are a lot of factors that go into making the final product that hits the big screen, and some of them would never be known to moviegoers. One of those moments was when